Well, I hope this is stable enough. Kiana, how you doing? Coming to you from Brush, Colorado, here at the Loves. I-76, about an hour and a half, a little bit less than that from Denver, where we're heading to. I know this is a moment or two late, but doing what I can. So I'm making me some early dinner. It is, well, just 4 o'clock. Yeah, just 4 o'clock my time here in Colorado. Gonna do my Mr. Rogers thing, put my slippers on. TJ, how you doing, sir? Putting my slippers on because my little tootsies are cold. All right, so we just got here to Brush, Colorado. Well, I am making what I made last night. I'm making spaghetti again today. I already got my my meat sauce, my ragu. So I just need to throw that in the pan, heat it up, melt the fat in there so it gets it. Mr. Hart, thank you for coming in. We are nice and cold today. They're talking about 2 to 5 inches in the area I'm in. Winds blowing through on occasion. So I am making a little spaghetti, which if you saw my Facebook page last night, you saw the spaghetti I made. So I made it, boiled the water in this pan, which is not as efficient because this plate doesn't have the absolute power, to be able to boil water in this open pan. It takes a lot longer. So what I'm doing is I'm boiling water in my kettle here. Because the kettle can hold the pressure, it can heat the water up a little bit faster, a little bit, to a greater temperature as well. So when that starts to boil, then I'll throw the noodles in here, and then once the noodles are cooked, I'll drain the water off, and then I will. There goes the water right now. All right. So we're gonna let that do that. So like I said, we're gonna put the noodles in here. Then we're going to dump the boiling water on top of it, cook a little, and go from there. All right. And like I said, we're just going to scoop some of the meat sauce, just scoop that right on top. And then, of course, we're going to dump some really bad, nasty Kraft grated Parmesan. I say Parmesan with jokingly. And we got ourselves a cup of hot chocolate. Why not? You see, I still got the beanie on my head. And yes, it's a custom-made This Trucker's Life beanie. That is the color of my truck. Same style. And then the words, This Trucker's Life over here. Which I should have done red for the lettering, but for 25 minutes to make the hat, but I would make $30. Wasn't too bad. There for a moment. All right, we got side is this pot is not, it's just a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch too short. So we're gonna do something a little bit radical and messy, but we're gonna a little bit. Let me get a. Just gonna do it right in our pan here. These are the kind of compromises one needs to make. So. Go everywhere. We're gonna escape. And yes, this is Italian cooking. Because the person who was an Italian woman, and they fit in there nice and neat now. See, they just fit now. All right, so let's crank the heat back up on here. We're gonna get that boiling. So when that whistles again, we're gonna So I got the little bits, I got the big bits, all right in there. So when this starts to boil, we get a birthday bash tonight. Whose birthday? Greece. All right. So tell me, who are you, TJ? Are you Stockard Channing? Or are you John Travolta? Or are you Jeff Conway? Are you Kanicki? Who are you tonight at this Greece movie theme? Yeah. Boiling water. Here we go. All right. Like I said, it takes a lot less time to boil the water this way. There we go. Now I just need we take our trusty little kitchen towel, which will be a trivet for the moment. Set that right there. We have a little bit of hot water left over for a second cup, or at least second of hot chocolate, because we still got a little bit of the got a little bit of cocoa powder left. So we already got that's bubbling. Right. My tongs fell on the floor, so I'm going to clean them up real quick. Yeah. Little, disinfecting wipe works just as well as any other type of soap. So why not? Put that in the trash bag there. Oh, here's my other towel. It's amazing how in such a small place, so many things can go missing that quick. Keanu, you show him who's the boss in the relationship. Oh, man. You're going to drive team myself. Yeah, remember, in the relationship, the woman is always the boss. So, it might as well just admit it right now. All right. That's a nice little laugh. I needed that. All right, so we got that cooking. All right. I was thinking about this today. Now, whether it's factual or whatnot, okay, my connection here is not exactly the best, so I may go out a little bit once in a while. It's middle of nowhere, so there you go. So thinking about, all the times I've been hit in the truck stop, and if anybody here remembers the chili dog episode live stream, you remember I got hit during the live stream, number 10. But I was thinking about that. How many of these truck drivers are A, attention, that's of course number one, two, but three, actually proper vision. Now, in order to get a CDL, you have to pass an eye test. You have to meet a certain threshold. For a regular driver's license, for a CDL, okay? Types are here. These pair here, coatings or anything, just plain, straight up glasses. I have an astigmatism, which is things are just out of being straight. Now they're a little bit, things are a little bit off. Not by I am what? Not even, here's my hand. Just almost touching the camera. So, but even so, when I take off my glasses, I cannot read the chat easily. I have to really see to see that. So I wear glasses. Like entry stuff. All the all right, there we go. It's not connection. You see that on? See, I got several bumps for my connection. It's the towers that are here that have having the problem. So my signal out is good. Point, not so good. But I can't control that. So like I'm saying, when it comes to drivers seeing, it's fun. Laser surgery, get it. Paying being a professional doing your job, and 2 and 3, paying attention to the road. You know, I was talking to my friend Brent here before I went on the live stream, and like he says, drink yourself. And you know, I made a comment on Facebook on somebody, and they're saying, you got hit 10 times. Why are you parking in the wrong location, in the wrong spot? I'm not parking in the wrong spot. I'm in a truck stop. It's other people who are not doing their job and paying attention to the road. All right, so spaghetti is going. Now, even though I got the water boiling beforehand, it cools off very fast. But now we'll see. Like I said, we're gonna in there. We got a good chunk of cheese. Let's look at something more. See, your simple, generic, Kraft, made for Walmart. Nothing fancy. And we're gonna throw a little bit more of the tomato sauce on there because it is a little bit on the dry side. I like it a little bit more, a little more tomatoey. Let's put it that way. I don't want it. I think we all know what we mean. Noodles almost there. Just slightly too firm. Bling. All right, let's. A little bit of salt in there. That. But whatever. Get a plate because I didn't wash yesterday's plate like a moron, but there you go. So we got that going. You're gonna give me a fork. There, forky, forky, fork. Where the fork did you go? Here we are. All right, now we're starting to blow some hot air. There we go. Now we're going to suffer because it's going to be too dang hot in here now. All right. So we got some hot chocolate. Now it's only kind of warm chocolate, but there we go. We're done with the dishes. Wipe, wash them off with the wipes here. We got a little bit of water right off, then a dry towel, dry them off, then we put it away. got a little quick bite to eat. Then we went to North Platte, a little ways down the road. Oh, pardon me. There. I'm going to try to do this as surreptitiously as possible. I'm going to get into my pajamas here. Excuse me. All right. As long as you can't see anything down there, you're good. Let me sit there. My There's where got an old pan here. Get out the way there. Gonna strain off this water here. And it's a tad of water left in the pan. Is not going to hurt anybody. We're just going to set this up here out the way. And of course, spilled a little, but whatever. So there we go. What do I do with my fork? Oh, there's my fork. Quit hiding my stuff. No, the snow is still not coming down yet, so whatever. All right. So we're going to put a little bit of that ragu in there. Might as well go ahead and cheat. Let's put all of it in there. Because there wasn't enough left for anything else. Now, this is one of the hardest things to clean in a truck. We don't have hot running water. Grease and fat all congealed, and hardened up. So it's a little bit harder to clean, but we just take a little bit extra time and it'll do so. And if I need to, got the shower right in here at the Loves. I can easily go inside, get a shower, take a few things in with me, wash them in there with good, good flow of volume of water, hopefully good temperature, and I have unlimited time to do so. So now we're going to add a little bit of more Classico, sauce here. Just a touch. Right? And then when we're done, we'll add some cheese. Where's my towel? There we go. We're going to mash that in, mix it in with the noodles. The noodles are going to continue to cook a little bit with the heat. But this is the absolute best method and the more traditional Italian way you do spaghetti or any pasta. You don't just put the sauce on top. You put the sauce in the pan, stir it around in the pan, and keep cooking a little bit more. Now that's a good deal of spaghetti there. That's a 9-inch pan and it's almost full. All right. But like I said, today was a pretty easy, pretty slow day today. I wasn't really interested in getting as far as I possibly could. I'm about an hour away from my delivery on Monday morning. There we go. So I'm going to be here Sunday. If 2 to 4 inches actually does fall outside, it's not going to be a big deal because by Sunday they're going to have plowed it. It's going to be gone. I can get out fairly easy Monday morning. So music, Mr. Bandit, how you doing? So I'm not worried about any kind of snow or anything. All right, so spaghetti is almost done. Now I've seen very few cooking, things for truck drivers on any channel, really. I've seen people using the slow cooker, using a little lunchbox 12-inch or 12-volt plug-in thing that takes 16 hours to cook, and they're all doing the same super simple things. I'm doing spaghetti from scratch, like I did yesterday. So I had my sauce made. I boil the water. It's just so much nicer to cook when you actually have real food. You're actually using real kitchen tools. And hopefully you can hear that sizzling there. Yep, that is done. We'll turn that off. We'll unplug that. Turn the inverter off. Now, there wasn't too much meat. I think half a pound of meat was just enough for 2 good servings. There we go. That'll be 2 nice servings, and the second half of it will be just as hot as the first. Hey, Mike, how you doing, sir? Doing a little more spaghetti like we did last night. And no comments about the amount of cheese I use. Thank you very much. But a nice, quote-unquote, home-cooked meal on the road. Now, not exactly perfect, but pretty dang close. Hopefully you got out of that landfill without any problems yesterday. Would have been a little bit better for your video of that eagle, which I definitely enjoy seeing that. Anytime you can see a good American bald eagle, no matter where it is, it's always a good thing. But, like I said, easy day today, slow. I had a bit of rain this morning when I left Gretna on I-80. Rudy, how you doing? Oh, yeah, definitely, Rudy. Any day I can cook in the truck instead of getting your typical roller dog or microwave burrito or your little microwave, Dinty Moore, whatever, at a truck stop or from Hardee's or Wendy's or, any of those other places. It's automatically better because you can make it yourself. King and Queen Stacking, hello, welcome in. Basically today, this live stream is basically just a chit chat thing. Nothing really special going on. Like I said, here in Brush, Colorado, just a little bit over an hour. Just a little bit over an hour away from Denver. I'm delivering in Frederick, Colorado, which is a little bit on the north side, and then up to Fort Collins. So come Monday, get these 3 pieces off. I got 2 mini excavators and a backhoe loader going to 2 locations. So a super easy load, not too bad. Yeah, basically, just shooting the breeze. If I had a better connection, I would open it up to the live stream invite. But my connection really isn't that strong right now, so I can't really do that this time. But like I said, I got a little bit of cleanup to do, which I always do because I'm a slob. You know, I'm driving all day. I have something. Throw the trash in the back. I'll pick it up later. You know, end of the night. All right, I'm too tired to wash the dishes. Just leave it there. I'll do it later. Take my dirty clothes off, throw it on the floor. The hamper's right there. All I was going to do is pull it out. And, just I'll pick it up later. Well, that's the thing, Bandit. It's just sometimes it's just chit chat. There are times where like earlier before you got on, talked about drivers and having proper glasses. Because I was thinking about it. Every time I've been hit by a professional truck driver in trucks. The only, it's either one, they're stupid, they're incompetent, they just don't care, or they don't have glasses that they need. The only thing I can do is talk about the fact that I have glasses. So that's really the only topic that I had, for tonight. The only other thing I can say is hey, Mike, just keep doing that. Do what you can. I mean, what else did I do today? Well, when I got here, it's about 440 miles I drove today. Nothing really knocking anybody's socks off. But I had two of my chicken lights on the truck went out. One on the left side, one on the right side. Little 2-inch, LED button lights. The mirror bracket, I finally got off my lazy butt and replaced the bracket with a new one. So I got that done. The load itself has been riding just fine. I had to tighten one chain binder up yesterday because that worked a little bit loose. And I had to tighten two straps because not really because the straps need to be tightened, but I had to adjust a piece of padding underneath them. Well, music, Bandit, just talk about how you look at when you're on your channel. Just talk about how you see things, your perspective. Don't worry about whether anybody's going to watch. I mean, look at this. I got 5 people here watching me eat my dinner and blabbing my mouth off. I mean, come on. This is not riveting television by any stretch of the imagination. Well, I guess one person agreed. He bolted. Oh, this is something I've been waiting for. I think about 2 or 3 days ago, or maybe even up to a week, Rand McNally, who makes GPSs, announced that they're coming out with a new model. And you can see it right there. The Rand McNally Tablet 85. And what I've been reading about it and look at looking at what they've done to improve this. They got all new hardware underneath of it. They got all new software on top of it. Unfortunately, it's still Android based, which I'm not thrilled by because I have a tablet 80. I have the regular 8-inch tablet. No, not 8.5 inches. It'll still be 8-inch, an 8-inch screen size. Just, the outside's going to be a bit different. Let me grab mine here real quick. Don't look at that. Yeah, here we go. Sorry about that. So this is the tablet 80, the tablet 80, 8 inches. T&D tablet, 8-inch. I have been using this one for just about 2 years. Now, the first one died completely. I had to replace it, but I think it's more to do with it being Android than Rand McNally. Before this one, I had the 740. Great tablet, great GPS. The 740 was for the little bit more of a screen size, a little bit more functionality that I get from this one. I don't know if it was actually worth making the change. I do like the little bit larger screen size, the more real estate to see what I'm doing. Now, if I had my choice and I could put, I could put Rand McNally here on an iPad and have all the same functions on an iPad, I would do that. I would pay $500 just for the software to put on this. If I could. I can't, so there you go. But the Rand McNally's been pretty good. The 740 was really good because it was 100% Rand McNally. Hardware, software, it wasn't sitting on Android, middleman software at all. I prefer that, bar none. But the new tablet 85, because it sits up in the window, it gets hot, it's all new software, it's all new hardware as well. I think that I'm going to be going with that, real soon, as soon as it actually gets into the stores. So I will be doing an overall review of the tablet 80 and the tablet 85 after a little bit of time, I think. So, I think I might do that as an adjunct, but no, pardon me. What brought me to this subject, I saw the video by Trucking Answers. And apparently there's some proposed law in Virginia that says if you are not on the major interstates, you are required to have a truck GPS, and it must be on, or you can get a ticket for it. Which, one, I made a comment on that video saying, boo-hoo, it's unnecessary complaining about having a tool of the trade. And that's what a GPS is now. Like a CB, like having certain, pieces of equipment on your truck. It's pointless complaining by truck drivers about having a GPS, a truck GPS specifically, not just Google. But it's also government overreach, which we don't need. So one, you should have a truck GPS to begin with if you're going to drive a truck. Unless you are driving from point A to point B, you're never deviating from that. And I do know people who do that or have done that. They don't need a GPS. It doesn't give them any function. Doesn't do anything for them. So, but the rest of us, it's a vital tool to do my job. Because trying to look it up on the Atlas the Road Atlas from McNally, doesn't give me the local stuff. This gives me the local stuff as well as the highways. Gives me the points of interest, Walmarts, the pilots, the loves, the parking, the traffic, the weather. All that is on here in one thing. So to me, this is an indispensable tool of being a truck driver. Now, the law, like I said, it's an overreach that doesn't need to be there. If the truck driver can't use their damn brain, you don't want them. The GPS isn't going to help them suddenly become smart. It can only guide them. And I know we all remember those stories when people were getting GPSs in their cars and they were turning onto railroad tracks or they were turning into restaurants. And the GPS told me to do that. Yeah, and GPS can. Or the Atlas can, But so does this. Everything that's on the paper GPS, on the paper Atlas, is in here. Ray McNally made that Atlas. That map is in here. Everything. And this has 10 times more because I get all the local roads as well. And then I can update this free of charge. Where I cannot update the paper Atlas or a paper map unless I buy a new one, and hopefully it's been updated. So, the only reason I did not go for the Pro model of the Rand McNally is the Pro model has, like I said, e-logs on it. I can put the e-logs on this one. This is not the Pro model. 2, Sirius satellite radio through the GPS unit. I don't need that. I have my own, satellite radio with its separate, control box that gives me more function than what the one on the GPS would give me. So, $100 more for that. It's functionality I don't need. Well, Bandit, all I can do is hit one button on there. It'll route me around traffic, I got this hooked up to my Wi-Fi that's on 24/7, 7 days a week. No limit to my usage. Doesn't throttle. So I have the weather and I have traffic on that. So if I need to, I hit one button. It can route me around traffic. Now, there are times no by police to do so. That's, a minor thing. But if they're going to detour me off that way, am I going to be able to go this direction with this size load? Because if I can't, I basically just have to pull off to the side and wait. Well, that's not too bad. Well, see, I have on Prime Video. I have to renew my subscription. I have YouTube, and I have my iTunes. I got TV and movies on my iTunes. I have a big need for most television. So, but it's everybody's need. For me, the Pro model gives me functions I don't need because I have them external to the to the unit itself. So, like I said, I got my satellite radio. It's got its own. I got my preset stations in there. It tells me what it is. It doesn't interfere with my GPS. Not GPS out with that, or however you got. You probably have it hooked up to Bluetooth, I would think. Like I said, GPS to me is one of those basic tool of. It's like it's like to me nowadays, especially for me, being a long time truck driver, it's having quote unquote luxuries or tools makes my job so much easier. All right, so like when I started at Melted Truck Lines, I had, doing flatbed, and they give you this 3-4 foot combination bar, to do your winches with, about yay long, bigger than you need, to winch down your straps. Well, I saw a car hauler with a he's winching down his straps on his car hauler rig, winching down the tires of these cars he's doing. He's got a short 2-foot bar. And I said, well, I mean, if it's good enough for a car hauler, why isn't it good for most of what I do? Most of the stuff I need I don't need that much to get it down that tight. So for me, a tool that makes my job easier, which I still use today, getting that tool of the trade that makes my job easier and faster and just, makes much more sense, I don't see what the problem is. So GPS, a tool of the trade for all truck drivers, unless you're doing point B every single day. If you're going to multiple places and, all the time, like I am, like most OTR drivers are, a GPS is indispensable. Unless you can be like Jason Bourne, drive down the road, look at a map, and you see the entire all the road networks. I can't. I use the GPS, to do my job easier. CB lets me do my job easier. Drivers would being so expensive. My God. For the amount of use I get GPS for 10 hours a day, the $400 spent, by first GPS. See, almost 3 years or 2.5 years, I spent $1,000 on GPS. One, getting my first one, replacing it with a new one, and then replacing it with another new one. About $1,200. But the amount of use I get out of it on a daily basis, you average that $1,200 out over, what is it, 800 days, 900 days? That's a little over $1 a day it's cost me to have it. Why wouldn't you get yourself a tool that is so useful? It benefits you so much. You know, it's just like I said. A GPS costs almost a couple $100. We don't need to get the big fancy one. Get the one that does the basic job. You get the little 540 or the little TomTom or the little Garmin for less than $300. Why wouldn't you yourself then make your job easier? I just never understood that aversion of some truck drivers to spend money on things that actually benefit them, but at the same time, turn worthless crap in the universe. They're buying beer. They're buying the vaping crap in cigarettes. They're buying chrome for their truck they don't need. You know, they won't buy a CB. They won't buy a GPS. They won't invent themselves. That's pretty much how I see it. Let me fix my hat here. My ears are getting a little chilly. Why would you not spend a little bit of money on your trucking career to make your job easier? I mean, like doing cooking in a truck. The hundreds or so I've spent on, pots and pans and hot plates and kettles and pressure cookers and panini grills. The amount of money I spend, which lets me to cook in the truck, is so much more beneficial to me in my wallet for the year compared to going in to Wendy's and McDonald's and to the Loves and to the Pilot. 2 and 3 times a day, doing the truck for a tenth of the price almost. All right. So the other week, before Christmas, I spent $40 on food. That food, in combination with what I already have in the truck, is 2 weeks, 14 days of more than 20 meals. Now, I don't eat 3 meals a day. I typically eat 1 meal a day and have something a little bit lighter in between. A lot of times I'll have leftovers, like with spaghetti. I had spaghetti last night. I had leftover sauce, whatnot. But, so I've had 3 big plates of spaghetti, including the one I'm eating now. $4. Yeah, just about $4.50, roughly. The water, the cheese, the beef, tomatoes, the spices and herbs, olive oil, taking a little bit of time to cook, because I'm not paying myself for the time to cook. You know, where can you good that you exactly satisfy you? This is what health at the burger joint or your Little House, and it's a dang sight more. But I said that's my opinion. PS go down a road you're not supposed to go down because you didn't pay attention to the height. And number you have to worry about 13. Bridge. Oh, it says the foot. I'm not fitting under there. Maybe I'll hit my brakes. It's 11'5". That's my empty height, 11'5". Everything after 11'5", I change on my GPS. GPS function set your truck info. Actually, let's go ahead and turn it on. Ram McNally, there we go. You know, you can't set that unless you get like a grease pencil or a magic marker, write it up on the windshield. But, you know, even with that, you have too many boneheaded truck drivers out there. Even with modern technology, going to do something stupid. We see it every day. Every one of us out here on the road. You know, usually it's because some idiot's driving down the road. I guess I'm in my truck cars with change change. Me, when I do wide loads, I load up to 14 foot. I have to be more vigilant doing. I have satellite radio. I have gas. I have my vehicle and running down the road is 10 times faster than anybody driving a car. Here on the, just get this from, right. So if you click that little button down there, truck tools. there. Do I have hazmat? No. What's my weight? What's my weight noted? What's my height? What's my width? And it'll adapt. It'll adapt the route that I can drive according to this. You know, the only thing I wish it would do available overnight. So in the morning, doesn't matter. To north of the but we got